Hello and welcome back to another video. It's me, Lumin. I'm here, I'm alive, and, well, I have had a rough couple of days. Everyone in this damn house has had a rough couple of days, and I'm going to just tell you about that. I'm just going to get you guys informed, get you all on the same page, so that we all know what's happening. I'm going to start here by just saying that I'll probably be back to streaming tomorrow. I think tomorrow evening should be okay. It depends on how things go with the wife, because Lillian is not having a good time right now. But I'm going to start at the beginning. I'm going to start at a point where I think those of you that watched the last couple of streams that I did around the weekend, you know about this, but Lillian was sick. So on Saturday, Lillian just mysteriously had what seemed to be a stomach bug. She started vomiting. And this was the first time that she'd ever had to deal with something like this. So for her, it was kind of crazy. You know, a little child doesn't know what that is. And why is it happening, Dad? What's going on, Mom? What did I do? You know, it's tough. And you can't explain it. And medicine doesn't always help. And man, like, what do you even... You can sympathize. Yeah. But like, shit. That's the kind of thing that has to run its course for the most part. And it did. And like, we did the best we could. We kept her hydrated. We kept on like bland foods. We know all the stuff. Okay, it's like something I've dealt with before. But like, obviously with a 2-year-old, it's different. So she had that. Okay, and then it sort of gradually built up. It got worse, and then I guess she just woke up on like Sunday morning-ish, and it was gone. It's just gone. And then, unfortunately, well, then it was my turn. Shit, dude. I don't know, it was like 11 o'clock or something. And in the morning. And I was feeling fine. Great. No problem. No problem. And we were on our way back from a play park with Lillian. And we decided we'd pick up some takeaways for lunch. So we got crispy chicken. It's like fried chicken from a place in town. And I thought, okay, you know, this usually Lillian likes this kind of thing because there's chips. There's like a small burger they give you with it. There's chicken. And we thought, you know, we'd try something out of the ordinary. We'd get something a little, you know, fun. And because it is fun. And then, you know, it turns out she didn't really want to eat much of it, which is fine. And I didn't really eat much of it either, because we had just come back from having coffee somewhere. And, well, that was it. Then she went for a nap. What happened was there were leftovers. She didn't eat much of it. And then I thought, okay, you know what? It's around lunchtime now. Let me check these leftovers out. Let me have what's left. And I had then like a half a burger. I had some chicken strips, and I had some chips. And I'm telling you, it is the fastest that I've ever felt like completely sick in my life. It went from 0 to dead in like, I'm telling you, I had that food, I finished, I drank my like glass of water here or whatever, and then as I was throwing the food in the container in the bin and like the chicken bones away and stuff, Jesus, I had to vomit. And I'm telling you, that was the hardest that I've ever vomited in my life. And I'm sorry, I'm talking about stuff like this, but like the first... Where, you know, the first, I don't want to, like, again, this is gross shit, okay? So you better just turn it off if you don't want to hear about this. But the first, like, hit was, I don't think I've ever felt anything that painful in my life, because it was one of those warning vomits, those fake vomits where nothing comes out, but it felt like someone punching me in the chest harder than I've literally ever felt it before. Dude, if I was ever going to pass out from pain, that was that right there. That second right there. And, oh my god. Oh my god. I vomited a lot. Holy shit, dude. And that first time, I was like, and that's the thing. It's like, it just hit me. And I was luckily close to the bathroom, obviously. Yes, the one that has no door. Okay. Not that it matters. I don't really care if someone sees me vomit. But like, it must have been, I think the first round must have been like 3 liters or something. And I was like, holy shit, that was all inside me. And then, you know, after you vomit, you usually feel okay. And you're like, okay, well, that's out. Jesus. I mean, look at that. There can't be any more. So I packed my things up. I went and got myself a drink. I rinsed my mouth out. I wiped my face off. And then I told Helene, whoa, I think I have this stomach bug. And I didn't immediately make the connection between the food and the vomiting, which, I should have. But that was intense. Jesus, man. Like, I almost blacked out vomiting. I didn't know that could happen. And, well, turns out that wasn't the end of it. Okay? The entire afternoon after that was once. And, after that, I sort of felt okay. But then maybe 45 minutes later, I vomited again. And then it was almost as much. And at that point, Helene was like, okay, you got to start hydrating. And she got me, this electrolyte mix. I can't remember what it's called. Doesn't really matter. But I started drinking. And, well, that was a mistake. Because the second I finished, I didn't remember to take small sips. Okay, so the second I finished drinking a glass, maybe this size, it all came right back out, and that kept going on. So then I started taking small sips. I stopped eating, and holy shit, I was feeling nauseous. I was just feeling so damn bad. I've never had it as bad as that in my life. And then by 6 o'clock in the afternoon, I thought to myself, Jesus, there's got to be literally nothing left inside me to be coming out. But lo and behold, I vomited again. And then I had this blue bowl. I don't think it's here anymore. Okay, because I was sitting on the couch just dying. And I had this blue bowl. And I told Helene, you look, geez, I mean, I've barely drank anything. I vomited my entire body weight in liquids. There's no way there's any more. And, well, it turns out I was wrong once again. And I underestimated the power of this sickness. And then I filled that bowl up one more time for good measure. And you know what happened then? My entire face started going numb. My feet started losing feeling and they started tingling. My hands, my fingers started tingling. And almost instantly my legs started cramping up. My calves just cramped up entirely. I couldn't bend my legs properly. My thighs were cramping. Everything was just going wrong in a heartbeat. Dude, it was quite scary. I didn't expect that. I didn't think that could happen. So I could barely walk and I could barely talk because my lips were completely numb. So I was talking like this through my lips and everything, my whole face. Holy shit, dude. So I must have dehydrated myself at the speed of damn sound with all the projectile vomiting that I was doing. And then I told Helene, okay, well, this is taking a turn. And I decided at that point, this is scary enough because I can basically not walk, that I need to go to the hospital. And now, fortunately, you guys, some of you know this, the hospital is literally just down the road here. So I told my parents who were there in their side of the house, they were watching TV. I asked them if one of them could take me to the hospital. And they did, of course. They drove me to the hospital. Helene stayed here because of Lillian, who was sleeping. And I'm very happy that this all happened after Lillian had gone to bed. And that she didn't have to be part of it because it's not nice. I mean, obviously I told her about it the next day and she was super excited to hear that Papa went to the hospital. She asked me if I had seen the ambulances and if there was a doctor there, and this was hype. This was hype. But God, man, okay, so my parents took me to the hospital and it was horrible. It was terrible. I had to wait around for about half an hour to 45 minutes for the doctor to get there, which was bad. Immediately the nurse just he wrote down all the symptoms. I didn't have even a lick of a fever or anything like that, but he put a drip in immediately and they started giving me some liquids through there. And I still just felt like shit. And the doctor finally arrived and then she basically made the diagnosis. She said that I was extremely unlucky, because she said that it's usually not that bad, and the chances are good because of the timing that I actually had a stomach bug and food poisoning at the same time. She says that the two of them just made a hideous amalgamation in the pit of my stomach, and they, well, conspired against me, because she said that just doesn't happen. And, well, goddamn, I proved her wrong, because it happened. And she gave me all the stuff that I need. I think they put vitamin B in the drip and some other stuff. And they gave me 2 full bags from the drips. It was It took about 2 hours for me to start feeling better, and my parents were incredibly patient. They actually waited around there, even though it was close. They could have actually come back. I told them, you know, they should come back because they can just come pick me up later or whatever, but they waited. And about 2 hours later, I was already feeling a bit better. They gave me a small cup like this so that I don't overdrink of the same electrolyte stuff that I had here. It was horrible. I didn't vomit again after that, fortunately enough. Like I said, the nurse sort of took all the stuff down. The doctor lady took all the details down and everything. And she said, okay, well, look, you know, on the plus side, you don't have COVID. But on the negative, this shit looks like it's kind of bad too. And then she said, well, if you have to go to work, don't. If you have anything planned for the next few days, don't. Stay at home, hydrate, just sort of take it easy. And start on bland foods, work your way up. It's the normal stuff, but holy shit, dude. Let me tell you, it took me till probably 1 o'clock in the morning to properly fall asleep because of the pain in my chest, my legs, my feet, my arms, my hands. Everywhere was so sore. Even like my face was sore. And then the next morning when I woke up, I had the worst headache probably, and I have migraines. I know what a headache, I know what pain feels like. Okay. It was different type of pain where I had a pain that started all the way at the top and it worked its way straight down my spine, all the way down my body. Every damn muscle, every damn joint, everything was so sore, and apparently it was bruising, she said, from violent vomiting. Dude, my chest, it felt like I had taken some serious structural damage. It's the kind of stuff that you just don't expect from something like vomiting. So, yeah, I mean, that's still here. I can still feel it right here. And it's not good. It's not good. So, yeah, I mean, I'm never going back to that crispy chicken place in my life because the negative connotations have been made. And that food, that will set me off. So that's good. I mean, I'm going to save money on that. That's just not ever... No. So that's what we've been going through. But it didn't end there because that same night, probably at about midnight, Helene was, well, she wasn't feeling so good. And then when she woke up in the morning, lo and behold, you know, and then my father, who had just taken me to the hospital the previous night, same thing. And he can never get sick, dude. He never gets sick. So everyone except my mother, everyone had it. So Helene is in bed right now, not doing good. I'm up and at it now. I'm left with the household chores, but I mean, I'm happy to do it. Of course, she needs the rest. I'm doing the washing, the dishes, the Lillian food, and all the other stuff, and that's taken up a bit of my time. Even though I'm still feeling like shit here, I'm taking anti-nausea pills, and I'm hydrating, and I'm still on, well, oats with water and dried toast and stuff like that. I am the only one, along with my mother, that's fighting fit right now. The rest of them are out of commission. Helene is probably... I think by tomorrow, Helene will be up again. Like, because it's usually... I usually see it as 1 day, 2 day, 3rd day, you're okay. And for me, it was that. But, like, usually it's like 1 day, 2 day, 3rd day, you're okay. But for me, it was, like, way up here. And the drop-off was quite steep because I was feeling that bad. But, yeah, so needless to say, our whole house has gone through some shit over the past few days. And we're all feeling kind of bad, so... I am taking a bit of time. I have taken a bit of time, and I'm hoping that I'll be back to it tomorrow. I'm sorry. I didn't see this. No one saw this shit coming. Okay, no one saw this coming. I hope that you guys are having better times than I am. I just wanted to just put this video out there. It's not the video I wanted to do this week, by the way. I wanted to talk about other stuff. Games, gaming, life. Man, there were some nice, like, silver linings. When I was feeling sick, I feel I need to mention the good stuff as well. It's like you forget about. Yesterday, by the way, was probably the best Lillian day we've ever had. Like, Lillian was just, she was in top form. I think it was basically, she hit the ground after the sickness and she just bounced straight back up, as a toddler does. She was having such a fantastic day. I was nauseous the entire day. I had like a blasting headache. I was feeling so bad, but I was in papa mode because Helene was in bed. And I had her literally the whole day, and oh my god, we had the most fantastic day ever. I can't stress enough how amazing this girl was. And she was sympathetic to me. She was understanding towards us being sick. And she was just so cute. And we did things, myself and Lillian, like from early morning already, we did things. We went for a walk in the morning. We spent a bit of time with Nero out on Leisure Isle, just sort of playing a little bit with his ball and rope and stuff. And she was not feeling that well the past few days, and I told her, you know, I'll take her to the toy shop, and she was like so excited about going to the toy shop. And then her Oma gave her some money in a little bag that she could take and buy something with, and she found the most amazing little tractor. I should have brought it for you to look at because it's really nice, and she wanted this so bad. So we got her a little tractor with the money that her Oma gave her. And she realized that the little play park that they had at the toy shop was open. So she also rode on 2 little cars. Those little cars where you put a 5 Rand coin in. Well, in our case, it's a 5 Rand coin. You guys probably put something like 20 cents or 50 cents in. She rode in those cars. She climbed up and down the ladders and went on the slide. And sanitized a lot, by the way, yes. But she had such a nice time. And then lunchtime came by. I had lunch with her solo because Mom was still in bed. She was just yak, telling me all about all the stories of everything that's happening, about what she did with Mom, what she did with Oma and Opa, what the dogs were doing. She just talked my ear off, and it was fantastic. I just had such a great time. And then in the afternoon, we went to a different park that she knows that's sort of more private up in her estate, close to us. It's called Pazula Park. She loves that so much. We we did some nice tricks with her bike. I'm so proud. She came up with this. I don't know where but this was her doing. Don't put it on me. She put her bike at the bottom of the slide. Then she slid down, and I helped her with it. She slid down and landed on the bike and just went or rode off on the bike around, and then I put the bike back, and then she went up the ladder again. She did it again. So she slid down straight onto the seat of her bike, and she just went, and it was the most amazing thing. She was having so much fun. That's it, go again. I just spent like a good time with her there, and it's up at a golf course, so she gets to watch the golf cars go by, and she enjoys that thoroughly. She basically inspected the entirety of the playground from tippy top to bottom. She looks at like all the bolts and the nuts and how the swings are attached. She looks at the chain links to see if they're like nicely connected. She gave it like a thorough once over, so I can tell those guys that park is structurally sound. Yeah, absolutely validated by Lillian. She had so much fun, okay? And she just kept telling me stories all day. So that was like nice. And then on top of that, the same day that I got sick, the day that I started vomiting so bad, Nero was just also in top. He came up to me. Okay, so the rope thing that we were actually playing with the rope, like I said, but the rope thing, the rope was packed away in Nero's little basket over here. And the basket, it's visible, like he can get the rope out if he wants. And we hadn't played with the rope in a long time. So usually, I actually have this on the channel as a video. Usually, we used to, when he was younger, take the rope out, and after dinner, I would chase him around while he runs around the rope in his mouth. And we stopped doing that a few years ago. He just didn't really need to or want to. Or I just now give him the treat, and he's sort of done, and he goes and does his own thing. Because he's 11 years old now. He doesn't really want that extra exercise that he needed before. But now, for the first time in many months, he actually... Dude, I was standing in the lounge, and I was like leaning over the couch, and like my hand was over my face, and I was feeling like completely shit. And then he actually came with the rope in his mouth, which I hadn't seen in a long time, and he shoved it right up into my face here, and he barked at me, and he dropped the rope on the floor, and then he sat down, and he looked at me like this, and he was like, "Dad, I think it's time." And I was like, "What? Where did you even find this?" And it was the cutest thing. And then the second I picked the rope up, he grabbed it from my hand, and he like did his little tick 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 run. He's like proud, cute little run all the way out the door, and he led me out, and he wanted me to chase him all the way down to the bottom of the garden on the grass, and he just sat down there. He went to the bottom because he again, He's 11. He doesn't want to be chased. Even though he's fit and he runs after the ball every like 2 or 3 times a week, he didn't want to do that. He took me down to the bottom of the garden, fresh air, wind was blowing, it was cool, quiet, nice, and he just sat down. And he was like, Dad. He gave me this look and he was like, Dad, here, right here. And I sat down with him and I lay down on the grass next to him and we just spent some time there. And it was the cutest thing. And again, like I hadn't seen that rope in so long and he just knew I was feeling bad. So both my children, fantastic. Fantastic. They were, wow. So they absolutely 100% helped us get through this. Now, we're just hoping Helene gets over it quick. My father, I think he's already doing a little bit better than Helene, but it's still rough. So I want to just once again apologize that I haven't been online. I want to once again just apologize that I haven't really been rocking and knocking out the content or whatever. But I'll be back at it soon, and hopefully, you know, when that happens, enough delays, you know, we won't have any more problems with this kind of thing. Hopefully, I mean, I don't want to jinx it here, but hopefully once it's gone, we're back at it and we're good to go. So yeah, I'll say again, I hope you guys are having a fantastic time. I hope you're doing better than we are here. But I will also say that we are, as far as I can see, over the worst of it, unless my mother picks it up now, which would kind of suck. We still don't know exactly what it is. We're just assuming it's a stomach bug. But I am also pretty much assuming that I had food poisoning on top of it because the doctor sort of agreed that that's just... I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't really care. The fact that it was so bad, that's enough for me to know that it's something that I don't want ever to happen again. Yeah. That's it. I'll speak to you guys soon. Hopefully stream soon. Hopefully more videos soon. And all the rest. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And thank you so much for the kind words. And amazingly heartwarming messages. Because I kind of dropped like a bomb on everyone on Twitter. I posted a little photo of my arm with a drip in it. And I didn't really explain it immediately because, I mean, I don't really have data on my phone. So I used the last little bit of data I had to post one photo from the hospital. And then, well, you know, there goes all my data. So I had to wait till I got home till I could update you guys. And I just appreciate once again how nice you've been. And again, how understanding you are. So thank you guys for being there. Thank you for being amazing. Hopefully you haven't forgotten about me yet. I know how fast things move on the internet. And yeah, I hope everyone around the world is safe as well. I hear that some people in the US, more southern part of the US, are having some troubles with the cold. Holy shit, that's actually crazy. How does it get to minus 25 or 30 degrees Celsius in Texas? How the hell does that happen? Dude, the world's going crazy. And I hope you guys are staying safe. Okay? So check back here soon for more. And all that other good stuff. Happy that.